Greetings, fanboys and fangirls, I'm Erod and I'm the Blockbuster Buster. Ah yes, I remember it like it was yesterday. After about a year of attending college in Tallahassee and barely making enough money to make the rent every month, I finally managed to scrape enough money together to go to the movies. And right as the children of the atom were about to risk their lives yet again for the people who fear and hate them, some motherfucker pulled the fire alarm. I don't know who did this, but if you're watching, I hope that in the afterlife you were forced to watch the Twilight movies for all eternity. You inconsiderate prick. Anywho, the theater was kind enough to reimburse myself and the rest of the audience. Later that week, I finally finished watching X2, X-Men United. By this point in time, the comic book movie boom was in full effect, and you couldn't go to the movie theater without having the majority of the trailers before the feature be dominated by upcoming comic book films. The Children of the Atom were due for another run, and man did they come back with a vengeance, in one of the best sequels that I have ever seen. Subplot. This time around, the Merry Mutants have no time to quarrel amongst themselves, as the devious Colonel Stryker draws first blood on behalf of humanity, setting in motion a plan that will annihilate every mutant on the planet. So the X-Men and the Brotherhood must set their differences aside to stop an even bigger threat. Favorite character. Once again, the full cast returns with the same level of awesomeness, or blandness. Yet again, I feel that Cyclops was terribly underused, but at least he got a couple of cool fight scenes. On the other hand, we finally got to see Wolverine unleash his berserker rage! A big honorable mention goes to Famke Janssen as Jean Grey, who was one of the few characters that got a subplot. Amidst this huge crisis, Jean is dealing with her powers being in flux after the Liberty Island incident from the last movie, which causes her to lose her powers in the most inopportune moments. At the same time, she is still torn between Wolverine and Cyclops. Famke handles Jean's emotional strain admirably, which leads me to the following query. Now that we have a few repeat offenders playing multiple roles in these comic book movies, why in the hell is she not playing the Black Widow? Or if not her, how about Natasha Henstridge, or Angelina Jolie, or just anyone who doesn't look like she just celebrated her Sweet 16? But my favorite character has to be Nightcrawler. Just like Professor Xavier and Wolverine, Nightcrawler was perfectly casted and perfectly realized. Did you know that back when Wizard Magazine used to do their casting call article, they actually suggested Alan Cumming to play Nightcrawler? And this was 2 years before this movie was released. God, I miss those articles. Alan was everything Nightcrawler needed to be. Kind, daring, loving, and awkward.
Who the hell is this?
Kurt Wagner. But in the Munich circus, I was known as the incredible Nightcrawler.
Yeah, save it.
Favorite line? As usual, the one-liners are aplenty.
Logan, my tolerance for your smoking in the mansion notwithstanding, continue smoking that in here, and you'll spend the rest of your days under the belief that you're a 6-year-old girl.
You do that?
I'd have Jean braid your hair.
But my favorite line is one that finally explains mutant genetics.
This is all my fault.
Actually, they discovered that males are the ones who carry the mutant gene and pass it on, so it's his fault.
Ooh, awkward. Favorite scene? I have to give an honorable mention to the fight scene between Wolverine and Lady Deathstrike, which is not only one of the greatest fight scenes I have ever seen, but it's also the best Wolverine fight scene out of all the X-Men movies.
Holy shit.
Another honorable mention goes to Magneto's jailbreak scene. And they said he didn't have the balls to escape. But my favorite scene has got to be the ultra badass opening rumble in the White House between Nightcrawler and the Secret Service. Holy shit. Now this is how you open a fucking movie. If your adrenaline isn't pumping and you are not at the edge of your seat by this point in the movie, turn it off, go look in the mirror so you can see a person without a soul. Final verdict. X2 is by far one of the top 10 greatest comic book movies ever, and it was the first comic book movie that I ever saw that actually played like a comic book, as you can pretty much sense the moments when one chapter would continue onto the other. And that, my friends, is uncanny. 10 points on the Badassitude meter, so go check it out now! Check out my website, suckers!